big comeback at the end, but I know if you look through the box score, it's that third quarter, again, that kind of was the difference, 38-28. And it's, you've been talking about the last couple of ball games, trying to avoid those bad quarters, and unfortunately tonight was the third really the difference in the game?
Yeah, of course. The third quarter we need to be better, but when you look at it, it's really, our turnovers and their offensive rebounds, second chance points. So our margin for error is small. That's what I told our guys. Like, they battled their tails back, gave themselves an opportunity to win, put ourselves in a position to win. But we got to take care of the ball. We got to finish possessions and not allow teams to get, 10 extra shots. And then they beat us by 10 at the free throw line. So just cutting down those margins gives us more of an opportunity.
And what can you say about the effort of CJ there in the fourth quarter?
Great. CJ was fantastic in the fourth. He made big play after big play, big shot after big shot. I thought our defense was solid. We were able to get some stops late in the game, but like I said, just the margin for error is so small when we're undermanned that we collectively as a group taking care of the ball and then rebound the ball a bit better.
Yes, Sabonis had a really big game. Just how discouraging, I guess, to see him go off like he did.
Yeah, he's a really good player, and that's what really good players do. We probably have to go back and look at it and try to throw some double teams at him. But really, he got a lot of his off of rebounding the ball, getting to the free throw line. So he's a good player.
And just in general, what did you kind of see from that caused the turnovers in the second half and just the overall stagnant play in half-court offense?
We just got to get off of it. Sometimes we get stuck and we don't have anything and we're trying to force it just a little bit. And I understand, the intention is there. Guys are trying to do the right thing in terms of, put their head down, get to the basket, try to make a play. But sometimes the pass is the simple, most easy option for us.
And we talked at yesterday's practice about those moments, late in fourth quarters where you got to decide whether to let it play out or whether to call the timeout. What did you kind of see on that last possession?
Yeah, I was kind of caught in between. We got the stop, got the rebound, and then once the ball got to Dejounte, it's in one of our better players' hands. I just kind of let him go, and I'm fine with his ability to make those plays at the end of games, but it could have went either way. I could have called a timeout, probably put us in a better position, but also it allows their defense to be set. Some of our best offense is when we rebound the ball and we put teams on their heels. Unfortunately, we just didn't make the play at the end of the game.
And Trey, went off for 16 in the first quarter, only had 5 rest of the way. What do you got to do to make sure he stays involved, throughout the course?
Just stay aggressive. Just stay aggressive, period.
Just how difficult is it when a big like Sabonis is able to take the ball coast to coast? Just how much pressure does that put on your defense?
It puts a ton of pressure. He's modern day NBA big. Those guys they become point guards when you hit them at the top of the key. They also can rebound the ball, bring it up the floor, make passes. You got Sabonis and Embiid can do it, and Jokic can do it, and several other guys that can rebound the ball, and they become point guards once they have it. So it puts a ton of pressure on your defense.
And you guys have been putting Yves up at the level of screen, or pretty high up on the screens when guarding. Just how good does that low man help have to be in those situations?
You got to be there early, be on time, be in the paint, and that's a big part of our defense.
And do you guys try to make a concerted effort to not let some of the smaller players get caught up in that low man spot, like trying to keep some of the bigger wings out there?
Yeah, if we could sniff it out, we would definitely like to invert and get some of your bigger wings as the low man to be able to stop their pocket passes.
I know you've talked about guys needing to be aggressive like Trey tonight and getting shots, but are there ways within the offense to generate some quality looks for him on possessions, maybe especially when he was coming out hot and he comes back in the game in the second quarter? Just it didn't seem like guys were looking, to find him offensively.
Well, they have to just continue to play within the offense, and that's the beauty in it is that when you play the right way for 48 minutes, all those guys get great looks. We got stagnant, especially in that third quarter. And when we get stagnant, that's when you have to go against your normal reaction, which is I'm going to put my head down, I'm going to try to score, and just continue to trust in each other. So these guys are continuously getting acclimated as they get more games under their belt, and we're actually getting better and better in terms of, getting off the ball, making passes to each other, getting each other involved. But at the end of the day, there's a ton of ways to impact winning. Scoring is one of them, but there's other ways to do it, and we encouraging all of our guys to continue to rebound the ball, get stops, get easy baskets, but then at the same time, when the offense gets stagnant, trust the pass.
Dejounte, 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
A lot of those, for not just Dejounte, but a lot of the players, leaving their feet before they decide what to do with the basketball. Is that something that you've got to look at and just decision-making being quicker, making a decision either before you move your feet or be aggressive and take the shot that's in front of you?
Yeah, you got to do one or the other. You got to get to the paint and, be confident in your ability to get there and go up and finish, or stay down, kick it to a teammate, re-space, let those guys operate in some space.
Seemed to be some frustration during different points of the game with lack of foul calls, and in the second half, you guys only shot 6 free throws, only had 6 free throw attempts. Just kind of, what about your team's inability to get to the free throw line and get those easy points?
I mean, it seems like it's been like that every game for us, where we're not getting necessarily the calls that we see our opponents get. But we got to be more aggressive. We got to force the issue, and I think our guys are trying to do it, but we got to stay at it. All right, thanks.